Hey guys, this is Lala Legacy, and welcome back to another episode of Amnesia Memories. So, let's just jump right back in. I was thinking of the possible reasons that you could have elicited, or that could have elicited a change in your attitude. There were a number of factors to consider. Reasons ranging from a mere whim, or change of heart, to the far-fetched, such as an alien abduction. Gee, thanks. Well, I think the scale he's using is a little long. Me too. After eliminating various ideas one by one, I was left contemplating the likelihood of a single possibility. Regardless of how unbelievable the conclusion may be, seeing how I could find one or no mistake in my reasoning, my only choice is to believe it. So, I've come to the most feasible conclusion. Your memories are missing. Uh-oh. What is Orion going to say about this? I'm still in the examination stage of determining the extent of that memory loss. At the very least, you seem to be missing your memories from college. More like all of them? I believe the chances are high that you've forgotten all of your past interactions with me. So, do you have any objections? I'm sorry for trying to hide it. I knew it. I'm thankful that you answered me honestly. Aw. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you talk to someone? Well, I couldn't trust anyone. I see. That's right, your family lives far away. It's only natural that you didn't know who to trust. It seemed like you trusted me to some extent, but I guess not good enough to consult me on an important matter like this. Still, I see. So you really forgot. I hope I didn't fuck it up. Oh god, please don't. Am I correct to assume that you lost your memories sometime between our discussion on July 31st and August 1st? Oh, come on, click through. I'm sure you were surprised by receiving such a sudden and unpleasant call. You probably have already guessed, but we had an argument over something trivial the day before. It wasn't just the day before. We argued every time we met, over the worst of reasons. Yeah, we already knew. Since you didn't remember any of that, I'm sure I seemed like a strange man to you. I always spoke prepared for anything that turned into a dispute. You probably wondered why I was always angry. Yeah, we really did. And yet, you still decided that I was worthy of some trust? Am I correct? If not, if you truly couldn't trust anybody, you wouldn't be as vulnerable around me as you are now. Well, there really wasn't anything suspicious about you, Kent. So, I'm correct. Kent is acting a lot calmer than I expected. Maybe he isn't surprised. I thought he'd send you to the hospital immediately, but he's shown no sign of that. We started dating on July 28th. Your attitude changed so suddenly just 3 days later. When I realized you were acting differently, I was confused. I thought that perhaps you were taking our going out seriously, too. Well, I am. I thought you actually had taken a liking to me. I couldn't bring myself to dismiss such optimistic reasoning. Oh, come on! But it seems I really was wrong. No, don't say that! No! You had simply forgotten. Forgotten that you didn't like me. Forgotten that our relationship was full of conflict. You took the fact that we were dating as truth and acted like you were my girlfriend. To be honest, I realized from the beginning that something was strange, but I didn't want to believe it. I wanted to believe that the you now was the real you. Aww. I'm sure you'll remember eventually. The real you. The you that disliked me. When will that day come? Today? Tomorrow? If I tell you the truth, will you end up remembering everything? Will you remember the things that had happened between us, and how you really felt about me? I was scared, and I averted my eyes from the truth. I'm sorry. I could have helped you a lot sooner. I didn't want you to remember anything. Even as we speak now, I'm still confused and hesitant. Oh no, I'm gonna cry! I don't want to tell you anything. I don't want you to remember. I just want you to keep acting like this, like we're a happy couple. I realize that way of thinking is just my own ego, but still. Oh no, I'm gonna save right here, just real quick. Because, oh no, I don't know what to do. Was it really that bad before? You want to know? You really are strong. I wouldn't be able to do the same. However, I know this is something I need to talk about. You have every right to know exactly who you are. I think I made the right choice. I'm pretty damn sure I did. Oh no, I'm gonna cry! You were a university student who grew up in a very normal middle-class family. Your family lived some distance away, but you came to this city for college. I met you at a math study session planned by Sawa and Mine. They invited me to be the lecturer. The name of the study session was something along the lines of relearning basic math that's embarrassing to talk to people about at this age. Anyway, I'm sure their aim was EQ. It seems they had asked him to be their lecturer first. EQ was in the same club as Mine. I had heard many times before that she was looking for a way to get closer to him. But EQ introduced me instead, saying that I was far more suitable when it came to mathematics. He said he'd help out in some of my experiments concerning his condition. So I agreed to the lecture. You were one of the students participating at that time. We didn't get close during that class though. Our ages were fairly far apart. I was simply the teacher and you were the student. However, after getting to recognize who you were, I realized that we walked the same path at about the same time every morning. I was taking walks as a change of lifestyle from being shut in the laboratory, and you were walking your dog. After realizing you knew me, you would talk to me every day. There's no special reason why our relationship was so rocky. I anger people fairly easily, so it was normal for people to dislike me. The one thing that was different, though, is that you never gave up on talking to me. No matter how many times we argued, you never learned your lesson. You'd still try to start up conversations. To this day, I'm still not sure if I should call them disputes or debates. Oh, goodness. Regardless, I'm sure you were trying to get to know me better. That perseverance is one thing that still hasn't changed in you. Anyway, because of that situation, even after the study sessions ended, we'd see each other and argue every morning. You were really surprised when I asked you out. I still don't really know myself why I chose you. I suppose I could only see my feelings for you as being romantic in nature, and that's why I asked you. You were very shocked. It was only natural. The only thing we had done before then was argue. And I'm sure you don't remember now why you decided to accept my request. I suppose you could just say it was the heat of the moment. Yeah, the heat of the moment. It looked almost like you had accepted a challenge. Do you still remember nothing? Oh, here it comes! Why did we accept? I remember. Yes, I remember! What? I said I can only see my feelings toward you as being romantic in nature. And if a man has romantic feelings for a woman, his response should be to ask her out. That's what I thought, so that's what I did. Wait a minute! You said yourself before that love is just something created by chemicals in the brain. I did, and I still believe that now. Then why? What's wrong with delusions? At present, there are changes commonly known as love occurring in my brain. That's the truth. And I'm interested in these changes. I want to analyze whether this really is a romantic emotion or not, and if it is, exactly what changes will occur. So, Elizabutt, do you have romantic feelings for anyone right now? Not really, but... Then there should be no problem. Would you like to try dating me? It's like it's an experiment. Why should I have to cooperate with something like that? If you don't want to, that's fine. But I thought you wanted to preach to me about the existence and meaning of love. This is the perfect chance. I believe romantic emotions are merely a product of intracerebral chemicals, a part of one's instincts to preserve its species. However, you say that love doesn't need to have such a reason. If, as you say, the emotion known as love is a higher power beyond such reason and calculation, I'd like you to make me believe it. If you manage to prove to me that you are correct, I promise to hold your emotional arguments in higher regard. I don't see any drawbacks to this proposition on your part. But I don't like you. I fully understand your dislike of me. More than I'd like to, in fact. Actually, the word dislike may not describe it well enough. I could even say that I'm hated by you. That's what I believe. But would you give up on preaching the higher meaning of love just because you detest a man? Right. I didn't like Kent. But after hearing the logic in his argument, I couldn't find a good reason to refuse him. I got irritated and accepted it. That's what happened. 3 days before I lost my memories. I see. It was only natural for Kent to see my attitude as suspicious. What is it? Did you remember something? I'm sure it wasn't a favorable memory in regards to us. I really doubt that the previous me could have sat down and talked calmly with Kent like this. There's no way you have any memories favorable of me. If I didn't lose my memories, I might never have seen Kent make such a sad face in front of me. Oh no! Oh no, it's too cute! Oh no! It's so sad too though, because it's like, it doesn't matter what happened in the past. All that matters is what happens now, and here, in the moment. That's all that matters. And how she feels for him now. Hey, Elizabutt. Can you see me? Can you hear my voice? Hello? Huh! Finally, you looked! That was a surprise! You haven't responded to me at all since yesterday, so I thought you couldn't see me anymore. Anyway, it looks like we're still connected. You talked to Kent a lot yesterday, and remembered a bunch of things. It looks like we're making progress in separating. Well, I'm happy that things aren't going the way we wanted, but doesn't your relationship with Kent seem really strange? I'd feel really irresponsible if I was just like, mission complete, and left you like this. Well, of course, I want to be separated, but I also want to see you off into a good future. That's just how I feel. By the way, your relationship, I guess we could just say that Kent's love toward you was one-sided? I'm glad that he didn't have any intentions of dragging you off to the hospital, but maybe he's also thinking that he doesn't want you to remember. You still feel kinda dizzy, don't you? Maybe it's the shock from remembering all those memories at once. You have work today. Will you be alright? Try not to push yourself too hard. Anyway, let's head over now. Oh no, I really hope that everything is okay between them. Hey! So, I heard the rumor about you cheating on Kent with Ukyo is gaining more ground. Wait, what? That's not right at all. Now that I think about it, Ukyo hasn't come by the cafe lately. Have you been having your trysts with him in the great outdoors? I doubt being threatened on the street at night could be considered a tryst. I'm so, jealous. Why are you so popular with the guys? Is it still popular if it's only one guy? That reminds me, I wonder if Kent will come by to pick you up. What should you do if you see him? Just act as I have been. All day worrying about it, and now it's already evening. Now the question is, did he actually come? Yes, he did. Hey. Oh, let's go home. No, talk to me. Oh, come on, Kent, talk to me. I feel dizzy. That's right. I always walked alongside Kent like this. But those times, I didn't really like those times. How long are you going to act like that? Elizabutt, what happened? Uh-oh. No! I don't want to remember. Elizabutt, are you okay? Elizabutt! Pull yourself together. Don't die. Elizabutt, are you awake? I'm fine. I see. Well, I had gone to get water and during that time you lost consciousness, so I panicked. I lost my composure. I apologize. No, it's okay. Stay with me. Huh? Are you half asleep or something? Do you remember collapsing? You collapsed while you were walking home. You managed to make it home, but you lost consciousness. Kent was worried. That's why he's like this. Your fatigue must have been building up. You've had to stay on your toes all this time. It might be best to take tomorrow off from work and rest. Yeah, probably, to be quite honest. How do you feel? You look really pale. I'm sorry, this is my fault. You don't have to remember things that you don't want to remember, although that may just be my desires talking. Is it so bad to keep things the way they are now? Do you absolutely need to remember? Even if your memories would destroy the relationship we have now? I'm sorry, I suppose you can't do that. I'm sure you want to regain your memories, it's only natural. It's just as Kent says! But that is all the time that I have for this episode, guys, so if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up down below and leave a comment down below, too. If you haven't already, subscribe. By subscribing, you're becoming part of a legacy. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!